Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NFL Week 2, Panthers and Bucks, an NFC South matchup for a limited time only. We've got 15% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Just use the promo code NFL15. For the Bucks are favored minus 8.5. The total is 47 and a hook. Nick from the Insiders Room is joining us now to talk this game in the NFC South. Nick, what jumps out to you when you look at this one?
Both of these division rivals lost last week. That's what jumps out at me immediately. That actually makes this a very important early divisional contest for each team. But obviously, the expectations are through the roof for Tampa Bay and a little more tempered for Carolina. But as far as you look at Tom Brady, he got that first game under his belt. I think he's going to be a lot better in week 2. It was a difficult first matchup, no matter how you cut it, facing Drew Brees in his own house. Brady has an entirely new group around him. As experienced as he is, it's still a difficult situation for anyone. I didn't expect the Bucs to win that game. I didn't expect them to cover. In fact, I gave out the Saints on this show last week as a play. But I think that Brady and company, I think they can bounce back here. Mike Evans and Ron Gronkowski, they could not be any worse. They had just a combined 3 receptions for 13 yards. That's not going to happen again. He did have one classic drive, Brady did, where he connected with Scotty Miller. But as far as Carolina, quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, he looked decent against poor, I would say, Las Vegas secondary. He finished with 270 yards and a touchdown. Robbie Anderson, he was another standout on offense for Carolina. He had 155 yards and a touchdown. But the defense is just terrible for Carolina. The Raiders running back Josh Jacobs, he had 93 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. And, as shaky as Brady and the Bucs offense was last week, I think, that's as good as Tampa's defense looked. It held a potent Saints offense to just 270 yards total. So, I really think that in the back of the Bucs' minds, they knew that they had this sort of cream puff at home in week 2. And I think Brady's going to be a lot more under control, a lot better after he gets to review some film. And I think the Bucs defense is going to have another big day here against Carolina. So I'm steering clear of the total. I think the Bucs shake off that shaky week 1 performance and lay the hammer down here at home. And so that's my pick. I'm going to suggest laying the 8.5 points on the Bucs.
I tell you what, 8.5 points is a lot of points to lay, especially for divisional rivals, and especially for this Panthers team that actually can put up points. However, I don't like the Panthers and trust them enough to pick a side on this game, but I do like a total. I do like an over in this game because, as you mentioned, I think the Bucs offense looks a lot better in this one. The Panthers defense is not the Saints defense. I think the Bucs have a lot better day on this one. And plus they had 3 turnovers against the Saints. I don't see that happening 2 weeks in a row. I think Tom Brady cleans it up a bit and spreads the ball around a lot better in this one. I don't think the Panthers secondary is anything worth writing home about. And on the opposite end, this Panthers team actually scored points. Any time you score 30 points, you should have a good shot to win. And Christian McCaffrey is one of the best weapons in the NFL. And now that he has a quarterback that can actually make some throws, he's even more potent because those defenses have to stay a little bit more honest. That being said, last year, the Bucs were really good at defending the run, according to their stats. However, I think it was because they were so bad at defending the pass that a lot of teams ran the ball on them. So I think those numbers are a little bit deceiving. So I think the Panthers can put up some points here, and I see this total going over.
I think that's a great call. I think Teddy Bridgewater, he's going to be given the green light early and often. And as you mentioned, Christian McCaffrey, he's going to give them fits as well. Last week, he had 96 yards and 2 major scores in that losing effort. So, I see a wide open sprint as well between these two teams from start to finish for sure.
The only thing I don't like is, I don't know if you saw this, but Christian McCaffrey posed for, I think it was Vogue or GQ. And we saw what happened when Baker Mayfield did that, the season that he had.
Oh my gosh.
But
well,
that is neither here nor there.
Anyways.
You should look up the pictures. They're quite comical. I like a lot of points in this one. Yeah, the total is a little bit high. What is it? 47.5? Actually, that's not too bad. I like the value on that one, especially since the Bucs didn't score that many points in their first week. And I think they really get it going against this really weak Panthers defense. That's going to do it for our NFL talk here on Picks and Parlays. Good stuff from Nick. Nick, thanks for joining us.